happy Thursday. I hope you're having an amazing week. And I wanted to pop in really quick. I have a few minutes before my kids come home. Few minutes meaning I'll probably stay on for like 10 or 15 is the hopes. You guys know I love to talk, so it could be 30. I don't know. We'll see. I wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk with you about my post last night. There's a lot of big feels going on right now, right? A lot. I feel like we thought that stepping into 2021 was going to make everything go away. And I told you you needed to go listen to my podcast episode. Stepping into 2021 was not going to make 2020 go away. It just wasn't. So here's what I want you guys to do. I know that was kind of some tough love. I promise there's love behind it with like every part of my being. So before we dive in, I want to know if you're here, say hi. Make sure you're commenting and interacting with me because total Gemini, I'm social butterfly. I love to talk with you. Also, if you are watching the replay, hashtag replay so I can give you some love too. I just heard before I went live, that sounds like a jet. I don't know if it's coming in or going out, but you guys know the drill. I just heard before I hit live that I'm going to be pulling cards. So you'll want to stay around for that too. So let's talk about this for a few minutes. Also, I know I have some new faces. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Jessica. Hi, Sally. So I know I have some new people in here and some of you that I have not personally met yet. So let me just introduce myself really quick. My name is Kristen Jones. I am a spiritual life coach, a quantum Reiki healer, an oracle card reader, course creator, and lover of all things woo. I do one-on-one coaching sessions, one-on-one Reiki sessions, group Reiki, oracle card readings, and create courses. I also love to write. I have a fun email, I would say fun, and sometimes I think I'm just hilarious and I'll just put in funny things that hopefully make you guys laugh, but also tangible steps. So if you're reading my posts, I go in more depth in my emails because it's my mission to be able to really help and serve you in a way to help you heal, right? So I created this community to help you feel like you're not alone on this healing journey. It's crazy. It can be so crazy. Hey, Krista, I saw you got engaged. Yay! Congrats. I'm so excited for you. Okay, so I know this journey can be so wild. And I know when I was going through my spiritual awakening and when I was like really diving in hardcore into my healing journey, it felt so alone. And I was like, what would it feel like to have a community of amazing humans also on their healing journey? And so that's why And She Rises was created. So this is your group too. Okay, so let's talk about the post that I put in here yesterday. Actually, before I dive into that, that is what we're going to talk about. If you have not if you have not listened to my podcast episode, I think it's 27, Rise Within Conversations. You can go to my website, ansherises.com, scroll to the bottom, click podcasts, and it says, I can't remember what it's called. Something about how to release 2020 and make 2021 a good year. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, it'll be obvious. And go listen to that. It's like 30 minutes. It's an easy listen. I like to keep my podcast episode short, sweet, to the point with tangible steps that you can take away to help you fill your cup. So go listen to that. I don't think that it's too late. And then I also have one of my most recent ones was how to set New Year's intentions and your word for the year. My word for 2021 is expansion. My word for 2020 was unmasked, which I actually set before coronavirus was a thing, before wearing masks everywhere was a thing. But I explained in my podcast episode why it was unmasked. So here we are. Also, tonight is my group Reiki healing session. For those of you that have been feeling the feels, this is going to be an incredible session for you. I know so many of you guys have already reserved your spot, and I'm so excited and just so grateful for you guys to entrust me. The theme is cleanse and renew. We're going to cleanse ourselves from 2020 and renew our mind, body, and soul. We're going to release negative energy. We're going to release the things that are heavy and weighing us down so we can so we can let them go. And so we can step fully into 2021. This is the first one I've done for this year. And so I'm really excited. And after everything that happened yesterday, I'm not going to have this conversation in here, but let's just say, have you been feeling the feels? I have been so, like, I'm okay right now, but I was pretty anxious yesterday, and I was pretty anxious this morning. I woke up and I'm like, I just came back from a little mini getaway. Why am I feeling so anxious? There's a lot of really big collective emotions going on again right now. And if you are an empath, this can feel like a lot. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of emotions. And so I think it's really important for us to learn how to distinguish what's ours and what's not ours, and release what's no longer serving us. And the quantum Reiki work that I do will be able to help you. So that is just one piece of the puzzle. And it really also is awareness. So ansherises.com, hold on, my stand was about to fall. ansherises.com, click events, and that's how you can get all the deets there. I'll also drop it in the comments for you. So let's now dive into further the comments from yesterday. So when I posted in here, I could just feel that there was a lot of energy that just felt like it was all over the place. And here's what I want you guys to remember. I'm actually going to pull this up because I don't want to call, like, I'm not going to say specifically, hold on. But I do want to kind of give you guys permission as well as some tips to be able to take away from this today. Okay, so first things first is when we are feeling exhausted, what is something that we can do to help ourselves? And I think that it's really important to, first of all, be aware that we know that we're exhausted, that we need a break. And that is why I actually went to Colorado. My husband's still deployed. He'll be home very soon, which I'm so excited for. And I was like, oh, do I really want to do this drive with my boys? I mean, they're a little bit older now. They're 8 and 12, so they're very independent, self-sufficient, you know, whatever. But they're also kids and they bicker a lot. They're siblings, like total boys, just, oh my God. And I was like, oh, do I really want to do this? And it was the best thing that all three of us needed. It was unincredible. We did a lot, but we also chilled a lot. And we didn't have like an agenda. We knew things that we wanted to do and we did them, but without a timeline. And it was so soul-filling. And I know that's not always realistic. I literally, like, this thought popped into my head on the Sunday after Christmas, maybe Saturday night. I started looking on Vrbo for a cabin, and then I mentioned it to my husband, and he was like, not that he really has a say because he's not here, but I always like to run things by him too. He was like, babe, just go. And I was like, well, what about doing something when you come home? He's like, I don't know what can be guaranteed from me and what my restrictions are. I just realized I don't have my Fitbit on. Damn it. My steps don't count now. Crap. Oh, anyway, squirrel moment. So anyway, he was like, just go. And so I booked it. I was hoping to go on New Year's Eve, but that didn't work. So we did New Year's Day and we stayed through Monday, and then the kids went back to school on Tuesday, and it was great. So long story short, long story longer maybe, I know that not everybody can do a weekend getaway, but what can you do when you're feeling exhausted? One, notice that you are exhausted, and what is exhausting you? What is draining your energy? If it's draining your energy, how can you get rid of it? I know we can't get rid of our kids, right? My kids are wearing me out. I can't get rid of my kids. But okay, so if it's your children, how can you ask for more help? Is there something you can do for self-care? I actually just wrote the outline for the bonus video and training and healing for Journey to Your Soul course, which will be coming out probably early next month. And I just like took it to church with this one because self-care is so important. You have the time for self-care. You have 10 minutes for self-care. We have to get to a point where we are looking at why we're feeling like we don't have time, or why we're feeling like it's we're feeling so much guilt around self-care and what we can do to heal that and release that and just take that time for ourselves, right? It's so important. Can you sleep more? Can you get off of social media? Can you, turn off the notifications from your phone? Can you, eat healthier, drink more water, drink less alcohol? Can you meditate more? Can you take a bath? Can you take a walk? Can you exercise? I know this sounds crazy, but exercise gives you energy. It might be a little bit exhausting in the beginning, and sure, like there are times when I feel really tired some days and I'm like, okay, I need a rest day. But exercising helps us be healthier from the inside. The muscles are just a bonus. The weight loss is a bonus. The way we feel is what it's all about. And so how can you give to yourself? How can you ask for more help? Is there something that you can do to take something off of your plate? If it's not draining you, how can you ask for help? How can you take it off of your plate? Or I'm sorry, if it's draining you, if it's not filling you up, if it's not giving you energy, how can you ask for help? Like delegate it, or take it off of your plate. So that's that. Someone said that they were feeling drained emotionally and that they need to cry, and I can resonate so deeply with this. I cried so much in the last month. My husband's deployment was not very long. It's not a long one, but through the holidays was so exhausting, and it was like one thing. I didn't really talk about it a whole lot publicly, but I worked on it a lot internally. In this baby, and through meditations and a lot of self-care. It's important for us to notice when we're feeling drained and when we just need to cry it out. And I think that crying is so healthy. Crying is healing. And so when we're like, hand on the heart, what do I need? I need XYZ. Go do that. Go do that. I'm sure many of us would love to enjoy, toes in the sand and an umbrella drink in the hand, right? But if we can't do that right now, what can we do? What can we do to fill our cup right now? What can we do to release the energy that we're holding on to, right? Let's see. Okay, exhausted came up several times, and emotionally drained came up a couple times. Okay, so this one's a really good one. Is I can't sleep, and I mean that lightly, but I can't sleep. And when we cannot sleep, this is actually going to be a podcast episode, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to record this one tomorrow, maybe for next week that will launch, or that will go up rather. When we're unable to sleep, one of my favorite things to do is to keep a notebook or your journal by your bed and write down your thoughts. Write down your thoughts before bed is a great way to get everything that you're thinking about, everything that's running through your head, everything that you feel like you need to do, or anything out of your head onto paper. It is scientifically proven, and Harvard studies even that I've read, that when we take this act of pen to paper, thoughts out of brain, it is energetically healing for us. And so it allows our brains to rest because it's no longer bouncing around in the walls of our head. It is on the paper. And so that is one of my favorite ways when I can't sleep. And something to also keep in mind, the week before our periods, we tend to, just the rise and fall of the natural hormones, we tend to have a hard time sleeping. I actually started taking magnesium last month, and it made a huge difference. I'm coming up on PMS week very soon, and so I'll be interested to see how it goes month 2 with taking magnesium. Do your own research, though. That's just what I decided to take. Do your own research. Less electronics before bed. Keep your phone away from your bed. I put mine in our master bathroom. I keep it on the charger, and that way I don't have a natural instinct to just grab it. Turn off those notifications. Do you have a TV in your room? Turn the TV off. Maybe a soft light, essential oils. Can you take a bath? Can you do a meditation? and just allow yourself to come back and relax. I think that sometimes we think that we're in bed, so, you know, we're not gonna get up and, you know, go do something because it's late, or, you know, we're going to just, I'm awake, I'm gonna hop on social media, or I'm gonna watch TV, and really that's overstimulating our brain, and that light is allowing us to not be able to fall asleep. And so can you do something that's more soothing, that's more in alignment with really calming your nervous system back down? Does that make sense? Let's see. With a negative energy, let's see. Okay, so I feel negative energies around me, but feeling the earth beneath me right now, which is beautiful. I love that. Emotional, anxious, happy, excited, and scared. That's too much for me. Yeah, of course. That's a lot. That's a lot of information, right? And so here's what I want to ask you is, how can you release the ones that are not serving you right now? And when you feel the earth beneath you, this is amazing. I have a grounding meditation that's about, the video is 18 minutes long, but I think the meditation is like, I want to say it's around 12 to 13 minutes, because I talk about Reiki in the beginning because it is Reiki infused, and I remind you to drink water. I also explain the meditation a little bit. If you want that, just comment below and I'll give it to you. It's also on my YouTube channel. But yeah, anyway, so when it comes to grounding, just imagine, so I said that because that's a really great way to release the energy that's not serving you in a meditative way. I guide you through the entire thing. So if you start to have thoughts that are floating around, it's totally normal. That's what our brains do. It's okay. And I just gently remind you to come back to you, come back to your breath in a loving way. And so when we ground ourselves, if you're feeling the earth beneath you, or even the floor beneath you, and just imagine your feet are anchoring into the center of the earth and pulling out the energy that's no longer serving you. Just allow it to go to the center of earth and allow Mother Earth to pull out the energy that's not yours. What energy do you want to keep? What energy do you want to release? And, or maybe you want to release it all and just be centered. And that's okay too. So what else do I want to say about that? Nothing, I don't think. I love the grounding technique, and it really helps you. This one I do almost every single group Reiki, because there's a specific healing frequency that I can give everyone that just centers everything. It aligns you, it grounds you, and it is so amazing. And it does what I mentioned and so much more. So definitely check out that YouTube video I have of that meditation. It's also on my Instagram, XO_Kristen Jones. Let's see. So yeah, let's see. And here's the biggest thing I want you to know, because I'm reading through some of these other comments. First of all, I see you. I'm holding space for you, and I understand. I may not understand what you're going through, but I understand what it feels like to have so many emotions running through your body, and everything just feels like a lot. It feels like too much. And the first things first is, it is okay to feel how you're feeling. Some of you guys are going through some really hard things right now, and it is okay. It's okay to sit and cry. It's okay to feel like I just need to be mopey. It's okay to not be okay. And if anybody tells you anything different, it's not serving us, right? We were never meant to just be like, oh, I'm going through this really hard thing, but let me just go from 0 to 100 and be like blissful and joyful and, you know, all the things. Sometimes that's just not realistic. I get it. I'm holding space for you, and allow yourself to feel through it. Allow yourself to even sit in the mud. The lotus tells us that something beautiful can bloom through the mud. And it doesn't always feel like that when you're sitting in it, does it? I know that because I've been there a lot. And I promise you, the other side, you will be okay. You will be okay. But it's okay if you don't feel okay right now. It's also okay to tap into what brings you joy. And I'm not saying like go from 0 to 100, but what do you need right now? What do you need to go do? What do you need? I want you to ask yourself that when you're going through a really hard time. And like someone mentioned, because I asked last night, what do you need? And she said, I need to cry. Okay, go lock yourself in the bathroom and effing cry. Just, turn the shower on, maybe to start a bath or not, and just cry. Let it out. Whatever it is, hand on your heart, and I really just get real with myself. What do I need right now? And I go do that thing. And, sometimes I know we have responsibilities and things like that, but not everything is so pressing that we have to put ourselves last. Not everything is so in demand on our to-do list that we need to go do that instead of taking time for ourselves. Everything else can wait. Yes, maybe you have a job to go to. That's fine. Can you take a mental health day? I know some of you guys are essential workers, and thank you so much. And I know that it's not possible for everyone to go take a mental health day. But when you do have a day off, what can you go do to fill your cup? What can you do to take time for you? It doesn't always look like going and getting your hair done, going and getting a mani and pedi, going and getting a massage, although I'm all for those things. I love to go get all of those things done. But what can you do even from home or in your area? We live in an amazing area. You guys probably know by now I love to go hiking. That's a really great way. Getting out in nature, even when it's cold, bundle up and get outside and get some fresh air, get some sunshine, or if it's cloudy, just enjoy the fresh air. Play with your pets, just create, draw, paint, color. Adult coloring books are great, or even kid coloring books. I'm just going to throw some other self-care ideas out because sometimes you're like, well, I don't know what I need. So I think I said take a bath. That is one of my favorite things to do. Meditate. Dance. Oh my God. I am pretty sure if my neighbors were home, they would have just died because our windows face each other on the side of the house. And I had just gotten done working out. I had my earbuds in and I was in my sports bra and leggings. I was a hot, sweaty mess, and I was just putting on songs that I wanted to dance to, and I was like in front of my mirror singing and dancing and moving energy because I'm like, this is not my energy and it has got to go. But even if it is your own energy, it's okay to move it out. And what a better way than shaking your ass, right? Put on some like early 2000s or 90s music. How do you be mad when you're listening to that stuff? You just can't. And dance around to something that makes you happy and brings you joy. What else can you do? Watch a funny movie or watch a comedian. I think that Netflix has quite a few, right? What else? Maybe play with your kids. Go window shopping. I don't know. Find something. Those are the top things that come to my head. Find something. Call a friend. Or maybe you can meet up with a friend. Someone that's not going to drain you, though. And also, get off of social media. This is something I have to remind myself because it's so easy to reach for the phone. I love to be on social media. I'm a super social person. I love to give. I love to see what everybody's up to. I love to have conversations, but sometimes it can feel like a lot. And when we're already going through a lot, and I've noticed the news feed, it's like, whoa. Even on Instagram, it's like, ah. So I'm just not scrolling. I did yesterday, and today I was like, nope. I was very guided to nope, no scrolling. So I hope these tips helped you. Please let me know if you need anything. Shoot me a message. I am holding space for you, and I am here for you in whatever way I can be. Don't forget, tonight is the group Reiki healing session. It is in about just under 5 hours. If you're feeling called to it, it's only $15. So if you want to add a +1, you get a $5 discount. And what else? I think that's it. Oh, if you need to protect your energy, just go to the group and search for my energy protection, Empath's protection guide. I have a free PDF that I put together with 8 tips on how to protect your energy and release the energy of others. These are the top tips that I've been using for several years now, and I can't wait to hear how they serve you. I think that was all I wanted to tell you. So again, thank you for hopping on live with me. Oh, let me see if I have any questions, because I don't always get them on Facebook or on my phone. Let's see. Okay. No questions. Okay, cool. Oh, I said I was going to pull a card. I'm going to make a liar out of myself. Let's pull one. Maybe 2. We'll see what happens. I have a couple more minutes. Okay, there's one. I had one flip over and a bunch fall out. While I'm grabbing the second card, I want to share with you also. Aw, good, Sally. Aw, I'm so glad. Sometimes we just need permission. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes like we know things, but sometimes we just need to hear it from someone else. I'm 100% that way sometimes. My husband is actually my life coach. He's very empathic. He's a Cancer. And so he's very loving and compassionate, but don't piss him off. Like the Cancer has a soft on the inside shell, but a hard shell on the outside, so just don't piss them off. But anyway, he's the one that's always like, just go do it. Go do the thing. Go take the self-care. So I'm glad I could be that for you today. Okay. And also this morning, I don't know if you guys saw my stories, but I did do some collective energy healing. I connected and I just sent out from my heart center, sent out love and light and compassion. I haven't done that in a while, but I really just felt called to it. There's the second card. So that was really, really beautiful too. Okay, the first card that fell out is transformation. Oh, let's turn this off. Woo! Oh, that was bright. Oh, that really didn't help, so whatever. We'll just turn this back on, but not as bright. Transformation. So you're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessing. Isn't this like so perfect to our conversation right now? Sometimes we don't see it through the mud, but transformation sometimes comes from really tough situations and hard spaces, even though it's really sucky to go through. And so this is your reminder that you have transformation going on right now. I love all of the butterflies in this. I can't stop looking at them. I think the biggest thing with transformation is to also remember, yes, I love them. I keep saying, is that orange? Oh, I thought those were orange butterflies over there. Ooh, but there's a sun right there too. I've seen this card 1,000 times. I've never noticed the sun there. It feels like exactly what I just said. I'm seeing things from a different, and I must be really connected to somebody's energy. So I'm seeing the darkness. From the darkness comes the light. Okay, so that's the first one. This one's really funny. Mother Earth. So hey, we just talked about grounding, so this must be confirmation for us to, I feel like this is, not must be, it is confirmation for us to continue to ground ourselves, to release the energy that's no longer serving us, to get outside, to allow Mother Nature to heal. And I mean, this can also, it says that you're being called to help with environmentalism. Maybe you're being called to recycle more, use less paper products and stuff that causes waste in our planet, plastics and things like that. And so I'm wondering what the extended meaning of this one is, because I always see like environmentalism does come up for some people, but for most people it's I need to get outside and I need to ground myself. Let's see. Yeah, so if you're in the midst of purging and donating now, that's awesome. I love the mountains in the background too. I think the ocean is so magical. I'm definitely more of a mountain and hills girl. I love and I need the trees, I need the grass, I need the green. So transformation and grounding, or if you've been thinking about environmentalism, if you've been thinking about using less plastic or paper products waste, if you've been thinking about diving more into environmentalism, this is your sign. Or if you're feeling called to ground, and then after the darkness comes the light. Trust that you are in a transformation and that you are going to get through the hard times. So that was really good. Okay, I hope you guys have a great night. I will drop in the comments the link for my group Reiki session. Again, that's tonight. It starts at 8:15 Mountain Standard Time. But remember, time and space is an illusion. It does not matter where you are, anywhere in the world. I have healed people from Africa, from Italy, from, I'm drawing a blank of what country she's in. It'll come to me as soon as I hit finish. From Canada, from all over the United States. I mean, my husband, the country my husband is in right now, like, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're feeling called to it, for example, on Monday night, like, I do my own personal healing sessions every day, but every 2 weeks I get a session done from my healer. And I was driving home from Colorado. I'm always doing something. I'm rarely just chilling because of the time that it's scheduled, and that's fine. You don't have to be doing anything particularly. There's no call you have to be on. There's no video chat or anything like that. I will just send you the email before when you reserve your spot, as well as afterwards, and then I'll send you a PDF within 48 hours. Actually, I'll probably type it up tomorrow because I won't have time this weekend. I can't tell you why though. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.